Hey guys, it's Stephanie, and I am going to do a thrifty find haul. This is in conjunction with my trying to start up my little eBay business. If you guys have seen the last couple of videos I've done, trying to get into selling on eBay and probably Etsy. I actually had an Etsy store at one point a few years ago, and I don't know if my password still works, but we may try it. But excuse me, things aren't moving too quickly on eBay this week, so that's kind of got me thinking about Etsy. But anyways, I went to an auction Friday night. It's a local auction that I've gone to several times, and I think they had bought out a couple of estates, and I got stuff really cheap with the intent of trying to sell on eBay and or Etsy. So I just thought I would share with you guys some of the fun things that I have found and that I hope can earn a little extra money. I got some flats of toys, and these are the flats. Each one of these flats was $3. They were all kind of mixed up, and I actually have went through and kind of separated the flats to what I think will sell and what will probably end up being donated. This is probably going to be the donated pile, but as I show these, if anybody out there watches this and knows if any of these things would actually sell on eBay, do please let me know. Otherwise, these are probably going to go to Goodwill or something like that. So in this flat, this is actually what caught my eye, because this looked kind of old. There was no year on it, so I don't know really how to research what was from. It's just a little suitcase, actually. There was nothing in it, but the Walt Disney caught my eye. There was this little toy which I actually thought was a Fisher Price, and apparently it is not. So that's why that kind of caught my eye. I don't see anything on it that says Fisher Price, so I don't think it's not. And then there was just some miscellaneous toys. This was some rings from, it looks like a Play School toy, but the center base was missing. So anyways, $3 for that, but you know, like I said, I just wanted to go through it. When you're bidding at an auction, unless you get there early, you don't always have the option of going through things and being choosy and selective. So I had got there right as the auction had started, so I really didn't have the opportunity to go through and see what the lots contained. So when they came up, you know, I bid on them because I thought toys, you know, surely there'd be some vintage toys in there, and there were some. So anyways, that's why some of these are not, some of these are. Here's another flat for $3. Now this was kind of interesting. The tin, I don't know if this is like for an easy bake oven or what this is from. Just little tin things for a little kitchen. There was a couple of little restaurant things which I thought was kind of neat. This one was from Hardee's, and I did see somewhere online that sometimes these will sell, believe it or not. And this one is from Burger King. I think this little thing pops up and then it has some feet that come out. And this is 1990. So I think they have to be 20 years old to be considered vintage, so that would be considered vintage, I guess. There was these little dolls. I wish I could figure out, there's no markings on them, so I have no idea how old. They look kind of old. And then there was this one, little cute little thing. Again, there was no markings, so I don't know anything about those. There was just some little accessories. I need to kind of research and see what these might go to. I might be able to list these as accessories. This was some kind of, and these are probably like Happy Meal toys, but they kind of, I don't think they kind of do Happy Meal toys like this anymore. This is no year, Burger King. Burger King was a toy from this. So you pull this and it flips. So I don't know. This was a Disney little Donald Duck ball. This I thought was kind of cute. 1984 Disney. So that is definitely a little vintage Donald Duck toy there. And then there was some Play-Doh accessories in there. So that was $3 for that flat. Like I say, you know, it was worth going through. And then got this one. This one, this is one of the Chatterbox phones, but this one actually is from '65, I believe. It has the wooden base. So I think these are a little bit more valuable than the ones that have the plastic base. I actually have one that has the plastic base. And then this was just a little car on some kind of rack. And this truck can pull either the car or the boat. So I haven't really looked into that yet. I haven't really done anything with these. I haven't cleaned them up. I haven't really done anything with them. Also, in that lot of toys came this Fisher-Price little train set, and it is 1986. So this is considered vintage, and it's a train and two little pieces that go with it. The little figurines are missing, but I'll definitely look up this. There was a couple of souvenir Muir Wood National Monument. I haven't looked into that to see. These are made of wood, but I haven't looked up to them to see when these might have been made or anything about them. There was a Bath and Body Works candle thing in there, and this is a vintage map from Louisville, Kentucky. And I forget, I think it was 1965. I looked it up. There was also a couple of cameras in there in this lot, and I think I paid $3 for all of this. And this was a Canon 35mm, and in the case. And then this one looked like a brand new Kodak case. Really nice. And a Kodak digital camera, Easy Share. Now the thing was that was cracked on the bottom. So, you know, I will list that, but I will definitely, and it does work. The batteries were almost dead, but it did come on. But I will definitely list and make sure that I let it be known that the camera had a crack there. But for $3, right? You know, I felt pretty certain that at least some of that would sell, and I'd get my money back on that. This was $1, and I'm not gonna open the whole thing up, but this is the bottom, and this is the top, and it is a old, don't know how old, but it is an old music stand from, I remember we had these when I was in school back in the 80s. So I don't know how old that one is. I will definitely do some research. There was a couple of flats that I have actually combined. I did pay $5 for each one. One of them had old coins, and in that old coin, this was all that was in there, but a very old Coca-Cola compact mirror. You can tell that one is very old if you look around the edges there. Yeah, there went my text messaging. And also there was an assortment of coins. There's a peso in here. There is a yen. There is a coin from, I think it was Japan. There was some Canadian money. There is a Barack Obama collectible coin here. A spoon from the Kennedy Center. So just some miscellaneous, I think some collectible things. I think something just came out, yep. For $5, I was actually kind of happy to get that. I probably Probably could have got it for a little less, but anyways. The other flat was what was left in here, and it was miscellaneous jewelry, and I paid $5 for it. I got this Giorgio Beverly Hills ladies watch, and it is still new. I don't know if you can see this or not, but there's actually that plastic thing there, so apparently this was never worn. I've actually kind of pieced these together. I haven't, I've cleaned a few of them, but I've kind of pieced a few of them together just to kind of make them easier for me to go through. But a couple of things I wanted to show you all. This beautiful vintage bracelet, Christmas bracelet with the different charms. Just lots of miscellaneous jewelry. I actually have hung up, let me see. I actually have this hung up just to kind of keep them separated, but there was lots and lots of vintage necklaces. Now, I don't know too much about Bakelite, but I'm wondering if this isn't Bakelite, which I know is worth some money. So there was that side, and then there's this side. There's lots and lots of various necklaces. That came all in that stack, or this flat, for $3. Lots more costume jewelry, lots of earrings, just lots of things like that. Lots of old things with some brooches. And like I said, I really haven't got into checking them out as far as value, but I'm pretty sure I'll be able to get my $5 back. I did pick up a vintage Light Bright, and it does have the machine, and it has, let me get it out here, the pegs, which was very happy to find. I did see somewhere that these do sell fairly well, and it come in the box. It doesn't have the papers, but everything else is with it. I had one of those as a kid in the 70s. And then my other really good find was I found some vintage games. This is a 1961 Snagglepuss, Yogi Bear Snagglepuss, and I got all three of these for $5. So what is it, $1.67 a piece. This is 1964 Scrabble for Juniors, and this one was taped shut, so I couldn't get into it. And then this one is Stunt and Drag Race. Now, the box on this had Sears, $4.99. So I know to get this box of drag racing, that had to have been quite a while ago to get it for $4.99. Now, when I opened it though, what was in here is not what's on here. And I'm not going to, there you go. If you can see kind of what's in there, there is some electronic equipment. There's lots of racetrack. Apparently it is the same brand by Aurora, but it is not the same track. However, there is a man at the auction that does pick up quite a bit of things. In fact, he had some of the other games and another track that was listed. He had picked those up. He works there, but he does snag some of the good stuff. But he said, just going by what he said this box alone is worth $30 without anything in it. Now, I don't know about that, but you better believe I'm going to check it out. But I got all three of these for $5. So I had a ball. I really, really enjoyed all the vintage toys and games, and that was kind of my theme of the night, I think, with the exception of a few other things. I was excited about the jewelry. I'm going to look into Bakelite and see how to tell if something is Bakelite. I don't know. I've seen Bakelite once or twice and kind of thought, well, that kind of looks like it, but I don't know. and I really don't know if there's any value. I mean, I may just sell all of this as a big bulk for costume jewelry. I don't know. But like I said, the whole flat was $5, so it was certainly worth it. So just wanted to share my thrifty finds from the auction that I attended last week. I actually think I'm going to put myself on a hiring freeze, so until I get some of these stuff listed and sold. So hopefully this will be it for a while. Thanks for watching, guys. You all have a great Valentine's Day. Bye-bye.